that touchdown catch, Coach Lucas said it was on a play. They knew that was going to be something they were going to do. So, you guys got in that situation. You know that ball was coming to you.
Yeah, so I saw that it was man coverage right away. So after the snap, I just faked that motion over the top, and luckily that corner flew over, and he had me man, so no one else had me. So once I caught it, I knew I'd be alone, and just had to make sure I run fast enough to get in.
What's been the key to this team is they've hit their reset button well after tough losses, but have you seen it this week, and how difficult is that process where you're so close to get yourself back up and go again?
Yeah, I mean, it's been easy with this group. We've all been really supportive with each other, especially after, just noticed a big difference after that Oklahoma loss. I feel like that kind of made us realize how good we can be. So that first practice after that Oklahoma loss, we all came together, and it really hasn't changed since that Oklahoma loss. We've all been dialed in practice and all together, knowing how good we can be, and yeah, it hasn't been hard to reset at all.
After the game Saturday, Frost said he thought, you guys believe you're going to win it. It wasn't like something bad's going to happen. Maybe that was a feeling in the past. Did you sense that, or what? Do you see a flip in that mindset at all?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like we talked about it. Just in the past, we've kind of been known to come up short and stuff, and we've kind of flipped that mindset into just, like I said, yeah, we know how good we can be, so now our mindset isn't how can we not lose, it's how can we win. And I've just noticed that throughout the whole team, just going out and making plays, not afraid to lose, and go expect to win.
What was so instructive about that Oklahoma game? What is there anything in particular? Anything's in particular?
I think that was a game where we all played really well on all units, and we realized that that's our reality now. Is we're a team that can compete with anyone, and just having that test. I mean, I think they were ranked third, so once we go, at the time. So once we go head to head with those guys, it was just a matter of doing that and realizing, okay, now we know for a fact. Rather than maybe we can go head-to-head with them, now we know for a fact we can go head-to-head with anyone in the country.
What have you seen from Ramir the last couple of weeks with what he's been able to do, and what does that do for the offense when you see a guy who wasn't high up on the depth chart early on kind of ascend the way he did?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the veteran mindset where he just comes to work every day, and he's a back that can do it all. He can catch the balls, as you saw. He can make people miss. He runs hard. So it's been nice to have him just be that leader in their room, and you've seen it. That helps all the backs below him. You see Yant stepping up, and Savion and Step, like they're all just following after him, and it's made our running back a strength of our offense.
Coach Lucas said that it says a lot about a guy how they bounce back from being demoted. Ben Hart obviously back in the lineup now. What does it say that he was able to step up when you guys needed him?
Yeah, I mean that's huge. It's really common for someone to lose their spot and just put their head down and kind of give up. It's easy to do, it's demoralizing, but Ben Hart stepped up, and I noticed it on Adrian's touchdown to retake that lead. It was Ben Hart's big block who did it, and that just shows you he didn't put his head down. He came to work every day and practiced hard and didn't lose a step. He still got better during his backup days, and yeah, we all have confidence in him. He was our starter, and now he's a starter again, and yeah.
Speaking of Adrian, a couple of guys have called him a warrior. A lot of talk about his toughness the last few weeks. Why is that? Why is that the focus with him recently? What is he showing you guys that says that he's so tough?
I mean, yeah, he's taking every snap on offense. He's running. He's getting tons of carries, getting hit, making all the throws. He gets hit on a lot of his throws, and you don't see him take a play off. He's giving it 100% on every single play, and a lot of us rotate in. So I mean, if we see someone taking every snap as hard as he can, if we're rotating, we better be working just as hard as Adrian, and that rubs off on us and makes us a better offense.
How much do you guys drill the 2-minute stuff in practices during the week? And I mean, how do you do in practice? Do you feel like you perform it pretty well? Or?
Yeah, we definitely. That's kind of how we do the whole practices. Our whole practice is fast, and we don't really practice running stuff slow, and we're always going up tempo, so it makes the 2-minute easy.
space on that second down play?
Yeah, definitely saw some space. But yeah, like he had pressure and just had to get one off, and it was just a bit high.
This question may go nowhere. I don't even know if you noticed, but I guess Frost mentioned Trev Alberts was in the locker room after the game talking to some guys. You see him around? Is that? You see the AD?
Yeah, I heard. I didn't see him personally, but I heard that he came around, and I mean, obviously, yeah, that's a huge compliment to us having that AD be present in our locker room and just kind of encourage us. And I don't think a lot of programs have an AD that supports a football program as much as he does.
What stands out about Minnesota, from your perspective, is the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge is they don't make mistakes. They have a plus turnover margin, so we got to make sure that we're not turning the ball over because we know they're not going to turn the ball over. And they're just sound team and physical defense. But that's where I'm from, so we got to make sure that we come out on top in that game.
I was going to ask you about that. Did you grow up watching Minnesota, or did you get recruited by them at all?
Yeah, so I grew up watching them, and they didn't recruit me at all. A little bit for baseball, but eventually backed out. And then when I entered the transfer portal, they kind of were iffy on that and backed out on there. So, yeah, I don't like Minnesota. I don't like Minnesota at all.
Ben Hart, obviously from there too. You talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we're locker buddies, so he's right next to me in the locker room, and we always talk about how we don't like Minnesota and we got to beat them. We got to beat them this week.
Fired up.
Yeah.
Beyond the obvious of getting back in the lineup.
Yeah, he's fired up just to be starting, and even more fired up to get a chance to beat our hometown.
So your locker's next to his. You see him every day. How did his demeanor seem during the 2 weeks where he was?
Yeah, I mean, he was disappointed. I mean, he works hard, and he's a competitor, so obviously, yeah, he's not going to be happy about getting demoted. But on the field, I mean, you didn't see a step down. You saw him work maybe even harder, and he got better every single day.
Did you say when the news first came down that they were going to switch up the line? Did you say anything to him to encourage him?
I didn't say much to him. I know the offensive line is tight knit, and they talked it out, and yeah, basically just said that your spot's always up for grabs. There's competition throughout the season. It's a long season, so they just really emphasize that you're competing for your spot every day. So just because you get demoted one week doesn't mean that you can't gain it back the next.
Do you know anyone on Minnesota being from there?
I'm kind of old now, but I know Philip Howard. We played against each other in baseball and football growing up, probably since like 6th grade. So we're going to be two 23-year-olds out there, and it'll be fun to play him one more time.
You got any food recs for us?
Food recs? I don't know. I don't know about Minneapolis now.
Anything else for Levi? All right. Thank you.
All right.